I call the July 7th, 2026 meeting of Planning and Zoning Commission to order. Please consider a motion to approve the minutes from the June 7th, 2026 Planning and Zoning meeting. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Is there any old business? We have no unfinished business, so we'll proceed to new business. First item on our agenda tonight is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding recommending approval or denial to the Board of Aldermen for the final plat for Oaks of Edgewood Phase 17. Does the staff have a report?
Yes, thank you, Chairman. Before the commission tonight is to consider for recommendation for approval or denial of the final plat of Oaks of Edgewood Phase 17 to the Board of Aldermen. The applicant, B&G Land Development, is requesting approval of a final plat of approximately 10.3 acres of land located north of 9th Street and west of Bob White Lane, which includes 34 single-family residential lots. This phase completes the Oaks of Edgewood subdivision. The preliminary plat for the final phases of this subdivision totaled 191 lots and was approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission in July of 2020. Since that time, Planning and Zoning Commission has approved the final phases for Phase 13, which consisted of 30 lots in February of 23, Phase 14, which was 52 lots in May of 24, Phase 15, which was 26 lots in December of 24, and Phase 16, which was 49 lots in December of 25. Phase 17 does complete the subdivision as originally approved under the preliminary plat for phases 13 through 17. The required civil infrastructure and construction plans have been approved. The construction and completion of that civil infrastructure is nearing completion. There's a few punch list items left to happen. Staff has reviewed the final plat and found that it is substantially consistent with the approved preliminary plans, or preliminary plat, the civil construction plans. Staff also finds that the plat complies with the city's subdivision regulations, applicable design standards, as well as the approval criteria as established in section 405.425 of the Unified Development Code. Under that code, the Planning and Zoning Commission is to recommend approval of a final plat if it's substantially the same as the approved preliminary plat. There's been compliance with the conditions and restrictions and requirements of the articles of the UDC relating to subdivisions. All other applicable ordinances and design standards have been meet city standards, and there's been compliance with any particular special restrictions or attachments as approval of the preliminary plat. Based on staff's review of those things, they find that criteria has been met. Staff does recommend the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval of the final plat for Oaks of Edgewood Phase 17 to the Board of Aldermen. For note, this does complete the Oaks of Edgewood subdivision. The remaining areas adjacent to the subdivision are unincorporated, so any future development that may happen in this area would first have to be annexed into the city of Oak Grove. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions that the Planning Commission may have. Thank you.
If you don't mind me asking, what does it take to, you said it has to annex it back to the city, is that what you said, or
Yeah,
unannex
so
it?
everything to the north and west is currently unincorporated county. So any future development would have to begin with the first process, which would be to request annexation to the city. That would go to the Board of Aldermen, who would review that annexation against state statute and determine whether or not annexing that property is for the betterment of the city. If it was to be annexed into the city, at that point, it would retain its current zoning in the county, which is ag. So then it would have to go through the rezoning process. Say if it wanted to become residential, it would have to be rezoned. They would have to come back in, do another preliminary plat, go through all of those processes, then go through civil infrastructure, traffic, stormwater, all of that. So there really isn't going to be any other further development out here without more process, which would include public input and other things.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, well, if there's no more discussion, do we have a motion to recommend or approval or denial to the Board of Aldermen for the proposed final plat of Oaks of Edgewood Phase 17?
I propose for approval of the said plat.
We have a motion, do we have a second? We have a motion and a second, any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Are there any communications or correspondence? Are there any additional items? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. If any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Meeting adjourned.